Today we're going to talk about Q Skills Level 2 book, Unit 8, Writing section, and the topic is Writing and Explanatory Paragraphs. Just like we talked about the opinion paragraphs, this one is the explanatory paragraphs. In these paragraphs, you take one term or a concept, and after that you define it using the different supporting sentences and examples and things like this. How you can write a paragraph, there are some guidelines here. That first, what you have to do, write a topic sentence that states and define the term or concept. So first what you need to do is to write a topic sentence, and you have to make sure the definition is clear. In the beginning, if you want to use a dictionary or something like this, you can online resources, you can do it. But with the passage of time, when you keep on practicing, right, so you will no longer need this dictionary. But in the beginning, if you want to, it's better, it's convenient. Then you need to explain the term and the concept with different examples. And then you have to write the opposite of this term or the concept, or give some different or similar terms or concepts just to make a comparison. And that's how you can write a paragraph. And if you follow this guideline, and you can, if you would follow these guidelines, you would be able to write a very good paragraph. Alright, you can use this sentence structure to write topic sentence for an explanatory paragraph. So what you can do is to use this structure. For example, we are writing about inhaler, right? So you can say that inhaler is a device that helps a person with asthma breathe, right? So that's how you can write it like this. Or you can write like an epidemic is when many people have an illness at the same time. So here is a term, and in the next sentence you explain it a little bit, right? So you define it, you define the term. Here is also a term, and after that you define a little bit that what this inhaler is. So basically this is the start, and that's how you can start this this paragraph, and after that you can build on it. Right, so basically this is what the explanatory paragraphs, where you explain the terms and the concepts. Now what you need to do is to read this paragraph and answer these questions, right? So just read the paragraph and answer these questions. After that, you have here, write a topic sentence for an explanatory paragraph for each of these topics. Use the two different sentence structure in the writing skill box on page 72. You may also need to look in the dictionary. Alright, so for example here, a common cold. So you need to use these two sentence structures to create two sentences about this term a common cold. So first is this one, and the second one is like this. All right. So, for example, here a common cold what I think is that's how you can create a sentence is a common cold is a respiratory illness that is caused by a virus, right? Same like this to define it that what is common cold. So it's a respiratory illness that is caused by a virus. Right? And then next sentence here is an epidemic. So an epidemic, so you can take this sentence for example, and epidemic is when many people have an illness at the same time. So you can write here, right, like this. So like this you can create a definition about asthma and a vaccination. For this, you can use the internet for your help or the dictionary for different terms and what the vaccination means and things like this. So that's how you have to write it yourself, right? Because if you write it yourself, then you will be able to understand how actually you can write this this kind of definition of the term. All right. So in the next activity here, activity C, complete each of the sentences related to the 4 topics in activity B. So for this 4 topics, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you need to complete by looking at these definitions. You have to complete fill in the blanks here, right? For example, here a common cold, so it's about common cold and things like this, right? And here again you have to create one idea map here. You can write any topic here, then create a definition and then example and then what it's not, right? So like this, and you have to complete this activity D. All right, so you can ask question to your teacher in the virtual class, and actually this is writing, and the more you write, the better understanding you will get about the concept of writing and things like this. So you need to practice about it. All right, next stop here is the grammar, and the grammar is about adverbs of manner and degree. Adverbs of manner actually describe something that is done and how it is done, and it is usually comes after the verb or object. For example, here our team played, so this is the verb and this is here the adverb hard. So this, and won the game easily. So the game here is an object of this sentence, right? Easily here an adverb. So describing this object here, and here describing the verb. This is how, meaning that's how they played. They played very hard like this, right? And they won the game easily. So this is how it was done. That thing happened, right? So that's why they are called adverb of manner. You can write it also in the middle of auxiliary verbs and the main verb here, the action verb, the action verb here and the auxiliary here. In between you can also write adverbs if you want. So this is called adverb of manner. Adverb of degree gives us the degree, the intensity actually of that particular happening or whatever was done, right? And if you want to give it or give that happening a degree, you can use adverb of degree there. For example, here extremely, right? Especially, so greater degree here and the lesser degree here. If you want to use hardly, I hardly see Mr. Ahmed nowadays. So hardly means I usually don't see him. So this is the lesser degree here and the greater degree here. So like this, right? So this degree gives the intensity of action, of an action. For example, here it was an especially difficult exam, right? So adverb here, so this adverb is giving a greater degree. So it means this thing especially is giving us the idea that the exam was very, very difficult. Right? So it was an especially difficult exam. It means it was a very, very difficult exam. Because the greater degree here. And here the man was breathing fairly slowly. So you can use it with another adverb here, an adverb here, right? Fairly slowly. And as you can see that here, fairly is towards the lesser degree or kind of in the middle here. So fairly slowly means like this. All right. So this is what it is. And here write the adverb form of each of the adjective below, then complete the sentences with the correct adverb of manner. So first you have to write here the adverbs from these adjectives. So you have to create adverbs first, and then you need to fill in the blanks here. You need to fill in the blanks afterwards. Here you need to complete the sentence with your own ideas and opinions. So you need to fill in the blanks with your own mind and create new ideas about it. Right, so this is how you do it. And if you have any problem, you can ask your teacher about it in the virtual class. Thank you, class. Assalamu alaikum.